Countdown. Hey, we are live at CLIC Connect, special Friday night audit. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome to the one and only Friday Night Audit Thursday edition. We are here at the California Lodging and Investment Conference. Craig Sullivan's baby. Craig, good to see you, buddy.
Good seeing you, brother. Hey, guess what?
What?
I am literally letting my hair down.
Oh my God, it's happening, everybody.
It's happening.
Can we get Craig to sit near the mic there?
Here we go. Back to normal. There we go.
Now, I also heard that you may not be able to get out of the chair after this meeting.
What I could do is shampoo.
Bruce Ford putting the pressure on CJ Arlotta and Calvin Toloki over here, bringing it for another episode with us on Friday night. And of course, you got
Calvin's been long behind.
Producer Dave's on Baby Watch in New Jersey. How's it going over there?
As you guys can see, I'm FOMO Dave, which if you don't know what that means for all the older generation, that means fear of missing out, because man, I am jealous. I was telling my wife this morning that I am so upset I can't be out there. I was telling her that last night, that I was so upset I can't be out there. I'm just happy I got to see Craig a couple weeks ago when I went out to Disneyland, but it's not the same.
No, it certainly isn't. So, Craig, we're going to make this show a little bit about you, I think, because we are just so excited and so proud.
But before we do that, can we put Craig near the mic so we can actually hear him?
Yeah.
Yes. How's that?
Is that better?
That better?
Much
Tilt
better.
Up a little bit.
Can you hear me now?
Oh,
That sounds sultry. Yes.
So
78665.
So listen, guys. Let's make it very simple. I'm sitting in New Jersey. You two are out there at CLIC 6.
Yep.
Walk me through what happened. Get me involved. Describe what today's activities for me.
It started out with a latte at 6 a.m. Finished up the setup. Everybody started arriving basically around 8 o'clock. I'll take one.
Oh, I love that we get food delivery over here as well. Hey, we're live on air. Say hello.
Can I get a whiskey?
I love it. Great shot of the burgers on the camera. No, it's great. It's perfect.
I will say this. The burgers were blocking Bruce Ford. That's a much better view.
Definitely a plus.
It's a much better view.
Definitely going to save ratings there.
Bruce, did you have any trouble getting out to California with the weather out in the Northeast on Tuesday?
Yes, it was the longest flight I think I've had from Boston to Los Angeles. It took 6 hours and 45 minutes.
Wow.
It was a long time. So, I'm out here for 2 weeks. I'm here till the 12th. So I'm looking forward to some California sunshine. I'm going to Disneyland this week.
It's going to snow soon again out there, I heard.
Yeah, well, apparently the mountains are really pretty right now. So
the mountains are pretty, but we've got some good weather coming in, I think, and be perfect for.
All right, listen, guys.
Anybody wants to stay in a hotel, travel out here, come.
You guys aren't weathermen. I don't care about the forecast. Tell me about CLIC 6.
So we gave out the development project of the year today too.
We did. Two of them.
Congratulations to the Stanley Ranch and Auberge Collection Hotel in Napa Valley, California. And then also congratulations to the Hyatt House, Sacramento Midtown.
There we go.
Now, do I get free hotel rooms there because I'm part of the
Sunday?
As long as I can use my Wink Martindale voice.
I love it. Bruce, tell them what they've won.
And you are going to Disney World.
Listen, I can't turn you guys off, Glenn and Bruce, but I would if I could. But Craig, tell me about CLIC 6. Bring me there.
We started out at 9:30 after we got everybody in the room, and it hit on all 8 cylinders, David. It was a great time, great information. Glenn hit it out of the park with his moderating our hotel refuel, your F&B game.
What about that dude's presentation this morning? Crushing it over there.
Presentation, the first one out of the gate, he knocked it out of the park, and we're already getting, people requesting copies of his information deck from today's show. Great information on the construction pipeline. A lot of major information in Bruce's report, so it's always a big hit. But all new panels, we went from 4 panels to 300 development deal of the year. We wrapped a little early. We weren't running behind, so that was nice. And now the after party's coming together.
Yeah, so this is going to be a shorty of an episode because we've got after partying to do, which is well deserved, Craig, because putting together a conference when it comes off like yours did so well, people don't realize how much hard work goes into it and how much emotional stress that you've had in the last couple of few months.
Yeah, well, I think you know better than anybody else because you were getting my phone calls. But
and not answering them, by the way.
No, he was. Now,
typical.
He
What's up, Sardak?
picked it up by the second or third rec. If it went beyond that, then I'd just hang up.
Yeah.
So, but no, it's the best of times. It's the worst of times. You feel like you're herding cats half the time.
Right.
And, everybody's got a career and everybody's, working hard, especially these two guys, but the champions that they came through every time. Anytime there was a hurdle I needed them to get over, they got over it. They were always the first ones there to offer help and console me and let me vent when I needed to. But everybody came through. At the end of the day, they all came through. Last minute changes, people got sick, a few other things. But, the conference, I got to say, I'm happier after this one, more so than I was after last year's at the JW. And
That's
I thought
great.
That was our best produced conference still up to date.
Is that because I'm not there?
We all know that's the reason why.
That
you're being
was
so nice.
The shadow. That was the shadow hanging over my head right now. Is that you're not here and your beautiful bride, David. Hey, I put you on our advertising. You were on our flyer.
That was probably a terrible decision. You probably could have increased.
I know.
It's my favorite
30%.
view too. It's a great picture.
You probably could have increased your attendance by 30% had you not done that, Craig. But it's honestly, it's really great to hear that it went so well. Obviously, Craig, we've got to know each other pretty well over the last 2 years. There's nobody nicer and more caring for the people around him than you. And so, those are the types of people that you really want to see succeed. So it's great to, that last year went off so well. And obviously I was there for that one. It's great to hear that this one went off so well. And the good thing is, again, you surround yourself with people like Glenn, with people like Bruce that you can trust and rely to deliver every single time. It becomes a lot easier in that regard. But,
Exactly.
last year you did this whole thing. And again, as Glenn said, it's an emotional high and then it's over and you get the emotional low. Yeah. You chose last year to have us go walk around Disneyland for 15 hours straight the day after.
Yes, I did.
Are you going to actually take
hours straight?
Are you going to go take a break? Are you going to go take a break this year, Craig, and relax and recharge?
Yeah, tomorrow we're going to have some barbecue.
Tomorrow we're having barbecue. Yeah.
Are you actually going to have it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're going to the restaurant. I'm not cooking. We're going to a barbecue restaurant close to the house. We're having a small, intimate group of about 16 people.
That's going to be great. So we're really looking forward to that. Then maybe next year, though, I'll be happy to do some of the cooking. We could have it at your place. That'd be a whole lot of fun.
Then Mary's going to have my hide.
It's
my
a good
Higgins,
point.
Well,
my
it's
Alfred.
your neighbors throw all the friggin' parties. I mean, Craig, come on. You got to get them back a little bit. I mean, we ought to plan on that. I remember
get them back on a Friday night.
The first CLIC party was at your place.
Yeah.
The first CLIC party was at your place.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. Actually, we did 2 there. So then we moved off site because my poor housekeeper had to clean up after everything.
Yeah,
so.
that's Jim's dead.
Listen, guys. We want to talk about CLIC 6. There's obviously a lot of great information.
But I got to ask you, why do you have a headless torso behind you?
That's a great question. So I actually, if this whole GM thing doesn't work out, I'm going to work on my murder for hire skills.
So
I could probably get paid as well.
I'm going to cede my seat, but I do want to say congratulations, Craig, on another great conference, and I'm going to bring in producer Dani.
Oh yes. Yeah.
So to answer your question while we do that transition, Glenn, my wife, as a hobby, has been learning to sew.
Oh, fun.
So we turned this space into my computer space / her sewing room.
That's cool.
So
Nice.
that is a sewing dummy where she can put the dress on the dummy.
I thought you were the dummy. I don't understand.
Yes, but my portly shape does not really work well for her dress fittings.
All right, now we're welcoming producer Dani to the show. Hey, how are you?
Our number one fan, Amy, is here. So.
Dani, how are you?
I'm so good. Dave, what are you doing?
I'm just choosing to have another baby, so I'm kind of stuck here in Jersey. But you
How
know,
dare
He's
you?
got a
I know.
naked mannequin behind him.
I know.
Couldn't figure it out.
Where are you?
again, I'm working on my murder for hire skills in case this GM thing doesn't work. So just be careful. Anybody out there gets a contract on you.
I mean, it is Jersey.
Got the Hudson River right there. There's plenty of friends down at the bottom of the Hudson for you.
So, Dani, before we talk to you, Dylan is saying, I've never seen Craig in such demand. He was like the Bachelor. I love it. Yeah, dude. A lot of people were giving you those roses and stuff like that.
That's true. That's true.
It was beautiful.
So, real quick, because again, we want to talk about CLIC 6 and all the great information,
Right.
but this show is about drinking. It's not about work.
We're drinking.
There you go.
Tell me about
Your
the
part.
VIP
Hey,
or the
there's 6
mixer
degrees of separation.
yesterday. How
Was
was
it-
that?
The mixer was great, but before we talk about that, we gotta talk to Dani and make sure everyone knows who she is. She produces all of Craig's content, all that great. She did our opening video, our closing credits, all of that kind of stuff. So that's what
Yes.
what you do. I love what you do.
Oh, that's so nice.
It's so great seeing you too.
Yeah, I know. It's always fun to be here. Get to see everybody in person and not on the screen.
Yes.
So small. Yeah, it's great. It's good stuff.
It is. It's just great to
Get
have
closer to the mic.
It's just great to have everybody in the same room.
Yeah.
You know, and being able to shake hands, hug people that you. This may be the only time you see them in that year.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's and I've told this story 1,000 times. When I was getting ready to launch this, the very first person that I wanted was Glenn Hauser. Okay, because I knew that he could shake the room, wake him up, and pull him in. Okay.
And you did today. You
Yeah.
did wake them up today.
Yes, yes.
Well, Craig demanded it of me. He was sending me texts telling me what I had to do.
I said, you're gonna have to
It was
wake
very
up.
intimidating.
Mission
Well,
accomplished.
He was like, if you don't do what I need to do, I'm sending you to today's murder room. So,
Oh, no.
I love the group chat today. Where what time was it? I don't even know what time it was here, but I just got 3 messages from from Craig to Glenn. Where the hell are you? And I was like, I'm on the way down. So Dani, we were just talking about before you came on about last year how after all this excitement, all this activity, all this fun, to rest and refresh, we decided to walk around Disney for 15 hours.
Yep.
And what I remember specifically about that is towards the end of that,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
while the old geezers were running around having the time of their lives, you, me, and Annie, who were all about 30 and around 30, we were all just gassed. How
Done.
did that happen that we were the tired ones and they were the ones having the time of their lives?
No, I have no idea how that happened. I don't know how we did it though. I mean, I'm gassed right now.
It's because we were in training for years. That's why.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know why you guys were such little baby people and stuff like that. But
Me,
whatever.
Dani,
I
and
will
Annie
tell
were
you,
gone.
no joke, but probably going to like 4 fish shows in a row prepares me for that sort of a thing because it's a lot
Good
of
point.
it's a lot of staying up and a lot of partying over 4 or 5 days. So one day at Disneyland is like nothing, particularly when you're getting to skip most of the line.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Although we did go on all the rides.
Right. We got
All the rides.
all of them. The longest wait we had, I think, all day was 10 minutes, if that. So,
If that.
but, I mean, that was a once in a lifetime thing.
Oh yeah.
I'm the luckiest person on the planet. I had nothing but friends around me, all in the same business. But you know what? None of us talked shop that day at all. We just had fun. We were on the go. We had a great tour guide, and we ate, we laughed, we went on rides. It was great. It was just a perfect day.
Now, Dani, I don't know if you heard this story, but I was in Disneyland 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
2.5 weeks
I
ago. I went there with my son. We did see Craig. I went out there about 2.5 weeks ago. At Disneyland, guess who I ran into?
Yep, our tour guide.
Our tour guide.
Hey.
Yep.
Yep.
What's she doing?
She's
on a tour.
Oh,
She's
okay.
doing the same thing.
Still doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Still doing the same thing. So she wasn't doing a tour at that moment, but she did give Fox a button. But Glenn and Craig and I were trying to figure out her name, and we're like,
Anna
well,
Rose.
well,
No.
Wow.
we should have asked Dani. None of us remembered it.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
That's pretty impressive. I do believe that you were talking about the opening night cocktail party before we started talking with Dani, and I'll say it was fun because before it was just like a VIP mixer sort of thing, and Craig had the great idea to extend it to everybody that was coming to the event. It was great because what it did was it really added that very valuable component, that real good networking component, and the hanging out at the bar after component that I think made this event even better than I thought it could be.
I agree. We had 2.5 hours of networking, food, and beverage, and everybody was in one room, and it was just a lot of fun. It was great. Hi, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
It was, it generated more overnight stays, which makes us an easier event to have. And that's great because, before we're basically a puzzle piece.
Right.
We didn't generate a lot of overnight stays. So as that number grows and the number of attendees grows and all of that, it gives us the ability to have a better event. And I think that was pretty evident today. It was just everybody was just spot on. So I couldn't ask for a better conference.
Well, I think a cool thing about the networking, right, is when you're in CLIC, there's so much happening. It's hard to kind of make that connection within the event. So now, if you have that networking opportunity beforehand, you might meet somebody during that networking event the night before. Now, when you see them the next day, you already can say, "Hey, how was the rest of your night? Hope you had a good time." And it just makes that more of an organic flow as you're digesting the content. And it probably could spark a deal a lot easier just by being able to have that initial time beforehand.
Yeah, I think that's a great point because people were definitely meeting for the first time last night and then reinforcing those relationships. So they were able to start, on like second base instead of just getting into the batter's box.
Yeah, you could have taken that a whole different way, Glenn, but we'll go with that. That's fine.
I know.
I think
I'm not good with sports analogies. I was much better with the classic second base definitions.
So, Dani, how long?
Did you want to say hi to producer Dave?
Who was that?
Greg.
Who?
Greg Fregosa.
Oh. Okay, I didn't hear who it was. Where's my man Steve from Wayfarer? I need to talk to him about.
He's around here somewhere.
Yeah, hop him on here. We gotta talk about burgers. Haroon says meeting other hoteliers is like meeting family you've never met.
Aww.
Except for Haroon. Haroon's the family I wish I never knew. And Sarthak says it's going to be great to attend CLIC next year. Could not agree more.
Yeah, dude, we got to get you over here to the States, buddy.
I cannot wait to be back there next year at CLIC 7. Wow, that's crazy.
Just stay away from your wife during the summer months, all right?
Yeah. Now, Dani, how long are you staying in Cali for?
I'm here until Monday. Yeah. So I'll be going around seeing some things, seeing some friends.
Nice.
Yeah, going to some fancy French restaurant. I don't know which one. Going somewhere. I don't know.
Fancy pants?
Fancy. Have an escargot and wine.
I love that.
Couldn't ask for anything more. So, yeah, it's going to be a good little
French champagne to go with. So.
No, I'm down. I thought I was going to be coming to nicer weather from Idaho, but it did not occur. It's just the same.
That's okay. So we haven't had you on the show, I don't think, since CLIC last year. So what have you been up to over the last year since CLIC 5?
Oh gosh. Weirdly enough, not a whole lot's different. We did our whole next season of CLIC Connect.
Right.
But I've just been doing a lot of the same, still doing the spin classes, the fitness stuff, still doing video editing. Life's just been kind of chugging along, just kind of more solid ground.
Have you been able to combine spin class with the video editing? Because that'd be really efficient.
Not yet. And yes, it would. Yes, it would.
Hey, just think of the power savings for computer and all
It was run by spin.
Right. Perfect. So smart.
There we
How
go.
are you enjoying your 30s?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I was so ready to turn 30. I mean, it's only been 2 months, but I've been really enjoying.
Hey, listen, if
these
you
2
love
months.
your 30s, you're gonna really like your 50s. It's freaking
Just
awesome.
skip the 40s. You don't need them.
40s for suckers.
Listen, guys, I gotta run and refill my drink real quick. I will be right back.
What's that?
I gotta go refill my drink real quick. I'll be right back.
All right, sounds,
Bye, David.
sounds good. So look at us over here at CLIC 6, and I'll tell you, Craig, it was really great to seeing everybody. It really feels like a good family reunion.
Yes.
Again, the last time we were here at the Westin Costa Mesa, it turned out to be the last event that we went to for who knows how long. So
Yeah.
it's fun to come back here again now that this is all over.
Yeah.
Symbolically, for me, it just feels really good to get back on track and see this be such a success.
Well, and yeah, that's a big part of it. And we've had 2 industry events. We had Alice, and now we've had CLIC. You're off to Hunter.
Yep.
So conference season is officially underway and will end in September with the lodging conference. Thank you,
Hey,
sir.
thanks, Jorge. Appreciate
Yes.
you, man.
Did you want a glass of white wine?
Yes.
Arnie.
Why are we drinking Coronas and not tequila like last time?
Because we're behaving. We're
Yeah,
gonna try to go have
mostly because it's like 3:30 in the afternoon.
Didn't stop you last year.
And you saw what happened after.
Yeah, we all remember that.
Michelle said, you know who doesn't remember is Glenn. Glenn has no idea what happened last year. Michelle says,
I think you got more on me than in me last year.
So Michelle wants to know, how is the weather out there?
Oh my God, it is so much better than
Beautiful,
yesterday.
yeah.
It's starting to get a little chilly right now, but you can't complain because there's no real wind like yesterday.
Yesterday, I got blown away.
Yeah.
Blown off
like-
the sidewalk.
Blown off the sidewalk. Airplanes had to get diverted from going to Santa Ana Airport, the John Wayne Airport, up to LAX because of the wind shear was so bad. Our buddy Chris Daly was coming in. He said coming in to hear some of the worst experience he's ever had. They were real lucky they were even able to land.
Yeah.
And it was just like boom, that kind of a scenario.
Well, what happened when we pulled up? The bellman came out. He let loose of the cart. The wind moved at about 15 feet and almost hit the Uber that we got out of.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that's windy. That's windy.
Yep.
Well, hey, listen, guys. It was like 60 degrees here today. It was sunny. It was beautiful outside. I'm going to go grill in the backyard after this because it is just tremendous out here in the northern New Jersey area. So enjoy your Antarctica weather while I'll be enjoying Southern California weather right here in the tri-state.
Hey, Dave, good news. I know how much you love. Hey, Arnie.
Hey, how are you, buddy?
Hey, listen. I know how much you love In-N-Out Burger, so we're sending you some via FedEx. So be on the lookout for that.
No, we got
Listen.
Uber delivery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last
listen.
night I went at the change for the mixer, and I forgot my jacket and shirt. So, and I'm losing my mind over it.
So he went to the event topless. It was
Yeah.
pretty sexy.
Yeah,
You should have seen the tips
just a
he got. It was unbelievable.
That's why he was the bachelor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Craig, last year, if I recall correctly, we were doing our after mixer party on the rooftop of the other hotel.
Yeah.
And you were ready to go, but you were being too nice to actually leave the table. So I had to be the one to say, Craig, goodbye, and just kind of shove you out the door.
Yeah.
Who took on, and that's really what happened. I said, Craig, go to bed. And I literally shoved him away from the table.
Yeah.
Who took on that responsibility this year?
The bar did because they closed it at 11 and they
Yeah.
said, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Yeah, that
And
was
we
it.
said, fuck it, let's go to bed.
Really? So that's an interesting thing, right? That seems like a pretty big missed opportunity from the bar.
I don't understand that at all.
Yeah.
And this is a problem that I've had for years and years and years. When I was working with my friends back at the Hotel Interactive days and we were doing the PyTech events, a lot of these places we go to, they close the bar at like 11 o'clock.
Right.
And there'd be 100 people in the bar and they would close it. And we had to start going in there and explain to them that they need to stay open later.
Yeah.
I don't understand why these foolish owners wouldn't just be like, I'll pay these people for an extra hour or two and they're going to
It's
rake
not
in the
owner-
tips.
I can guarantee it's not ownership. if ownership heard that there was a conference that was ready to drink until 1, and the bar closed, they're not going to be happy. This is an inefficient management, whether it's by not scheduling properly, whether it's by not communicating with your team members, because it's not just the revenue for the bar. The team members that stay later are going to get tipped like crazy.
Right. One time we were at we did an event at I'll just say a large theme park company in Central Florida, and we were staying at their.
And they have a secondary location in California.
We were staying at their premier hotel next to one of their theme parks, right? And everyone went to the bar after the event ended, and we had warned them, and they had one bartender, and 100 people came in, and they must have lost thousands of dollars of drink sales that night because they weren't prepared and they didn't listen to us. And it doesn't make any sense. Hoteliers should know that if people are coming in for conferences, they're on expense accounts, and they all love to have cocktails and be social. So I don't know. If anyone takes anything away from this show, that should be it. Keep your bars open.
Craig, would you think about
at the Long Beach Hyatt for a HoCon when it was smaller? Mm-hmm. Okay. We get in there, and I sit down at the bar and have a beer, and I'm talking to the beverage manager, and I'm going, how much stuff did you order extra?
Right.
Well, about this, about that. I said, oh, you're not even halfway there. You need to double that order.
Yeah.
He goes, no. I said, are you kidding me? Do you remember the last time a Ho was here? You guys ended up shutting down at about 11:30 because there was nothing to drink. Yeah. They drank everything. And
that's not the first time that's happened.
Doing that.
One of the big Ahoa stories I heard is that they drank the Gaylord Opryland out of all their brown spirits in one night.
Craig, would you consider next year, wherever CLIC 7 happens to be, I know they don't know yet, but writing that into your contract that the bar has to be open to at least a certain time to cater to people coming to your event?
That's actually a very good idea, and I will definitely have that. Yes, that has to happen. Yeah,
because last night when they closed it, I mean, we were not. But it was not like a bad thing for us that they closed it because we were ready and we needed to go through.
How many
today.
People were still there?
That's what I was leading up to. Probably about 30, 40 range still at that hour.
Wow.
And people were ready for more. They called last call 30 minutes before they closed. So it was like 10:30. They're already wrapping up. So doesn't make
sense. That's a very good idea, David. We'll definitely work that into next year's contract.
And no offense to this hotel here. Everything's been absolutely wonderful.
They've done a great job.
And I had an amazing night's sleep because of the incredible heavenly bed and the heavenly tequila.
Yeah.
No, like you said, that's not a hotel that's their issue. That's a general issue.
Yeah, agreed.
Because I remember last year, we went to bed at a certain time. People were still drinking, not just from CLIC, but also just other regular hotel guests. That bar was full till about 1:30.
Yeah, there was another major conference that was going on over there.
The health food conference.
Oh,
in there.
yeah, that's right.
All right, I'll be back in one more second, guys.
You had the health food people in there drinking.
Yeah, right.
It's all organic vodka.
Yeah.
Ocean. Okay? Ocean.
That was good. I was trying to make a kombucha joke there, but you beat me. You beat me to it. That's hysterical.
No plastic cups either. Yeah, that's you got to use the biodegradable ones made from corn.
Yep.
It was. That was funny. That was a weird group.
Yeah,
okay, and I'm sure we look like a bunch of weird people.
Oh hell yeah!
Always.
But but it's just like some of those health food people. They were just knocking them back. It was just unbelievable how much they were drinking. It's like, what the fuck?
The bar was always popping last year. I remember that.
Yeah, now I can see that they wouldn't be drinking Coke, Pepsi, or Sprite or something, but they were hitting the spirits hard, mixed drinks the whole time when I saw them.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, no. There's Robert Sanger, Marriott. How are you, buddy? Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be.
So I know we're wrapping up this show in about 15 because you're gonna go to the PM show.
Yes, PM after this. Up next.
So what is your guys' plans after this?
Yeah.
Well, we're trying to figure that out right now.
A couple of these.
Yeah. Maybe some dinner.
To eat.
Yeah. We'll keep it easy.
Are you guys planning to go off-site for dinner?
What's that?
Are you going to plan to go off-site for dinner, or are you going to stay on property?
I didn't hear you at all.
So are you guys going off-site for dinner, or are you going to stay on property?
It really depends on how everything's going down.
Oh, we lost camera.
My camera died. Oh my goodness!
As soon as they come on screen.
So literally, as soon as the piano comes on, the computer stops.
Thanks, guys. What the hell?
It's back. It's back.
I know. Oh, there's spring rolls going around. I could smell them.
Yes.
Yep.
So Craig, I mean, I know the entire event was a success, and I have no doubt that it would be.
Why did my camera change? It suddenly got to be a close up or something.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But,
Anyway.
Oh, there's Calvin. So see, Calvin's got his ticker up now a little bit.
Yeah.
Calvin and Bruce joined up a little bit. So Craig, what is the number? What was the number one thing that really stood out about this year's event for you?
The number one thing that stood out.
Everybody was in a tremendously positive mood.
Right.
And there wasn't any doom and gloom. Yeah, certainly, there's some items out on the horizon that are warranted concern. But everybody was upbeat, glad to see one another, glad that the conference was happening, wanted to talk, wanted to shake hands. It was just really.
Are you saying that
upbeat.
because Dave couldn't make it?
Yeah, there was a lot of celebrating.
The reason?
Yeah.
Well, we made that joke a half an hour ago. He's late to the
It
party.
never gets old, though. Never gets old.
So continue, Craig. What is, I want to hear. What was the
It was just, everybody was positive. There's a positive spin on everything that transpired during the event. And, it started last night with the mixer and everybody basically, literally like me, letting their hair down. Okay. And it just kept the momentum going through today. And, it was also a matter of efficiencies today. And we ended early. Okay. Now, one of the ownership groups wasn't here to pick up their Development Deal of the Year award because they're opening up another hotel. But you know what? I think maybe we saved 5 minutes, but there was just other efficiencies throughout the day.
I like in my panel, I only said every other word, so we were able to cut it down.
Yeah, so he cut his time down in half. He was saving his mojo for the show.
Yeah.
So.
As the thing about that for future clicks, right?
Yeah.
As people that go to a lot of conferences, and Glenn and Craig, how important is that to the people that are attending? Is that efficiency? Is there anything worse than being at a conference that's just dragging?
Yeah, there's nothing worse than that. Possibly a wedding. That's the only thing I can think of that's worse. And, what's the difference between a wedding and a funeral? Cake. That's about it. Okay. But yeah,
like that one.
You've got to keep it moving. You've got to have the information flowing. You got to have, like Glenn and I were on stage together again, and Bruce Ford joined us as well.
Yeah.
So it's the dynamics. It's the interconnection between, moderators and panelists and the audience. And if you keep the audience in mind, and Glenn's a master of this, he knows when people are starting to move out because
he's seen it so many times, everything he's ever done.
I'm very used to the rooms clearing out when I talk.
Not true. Not where I was going.
You should have.
Glenn back to life. And,
He does.
and Bruce Ford, he's our opener. And
He knocks it out of the park.
everybody
gosh,
wants
he's
his
so good.
information.
So
Everybody's
good.
sitting on the edge of this. You don't see anybody looking at their freaking telephone.
Mm-mm.
And that's the other thing. I never turn on the internet in the main room. It's like, nope, my panelists and my moderators were way too damn hard. Pay attention. Thank you.
Yep.
But I mean, listen, everybody has 5G. Like, there's no reason that people still can't be on the internet. What keeps them engaged is the content that you brought together. It's who you brought together. So that's really a compliment towards you and how you've developed the entire thing.
Yeah. And there's there's one panelist that couldn't make it, and I think he was a little gun shy of the subject matter and thought it, might have had the earmarkings of being a bitch fest.
Well, you probably should have named a panel "What We Hate About the Brands."
Yeah.
Probably was a mistake right there.
Are we not talking about me? There's actually really someone didn't show up.
Yeah.
Wait, are we talking about me or somebody else?
Somebody else.
Okay, because I know I'm the panelist that didn't show up. So
No, somebody else.
You were going to do a panel?
But you had an excuse.
that was not a great one, but
Not a great one. No, but
I
Dave.
can't think of a better one. Actually.
Yeah, Dave.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to wrap up soon. But how is Baby Watch going? What's going on at the house? What are you guys thinking?
Well,
about?
we are in the final home stretch. The reason I couldn't make it out to CLIC was because the baby's due date is March 28th. But if history of our last two children say of anything that's going to be not hit, we're going to be ahead of that schedule. So. Stay behind just in case. But I mean, there's really, we're in the waiting pattern, we're in the final home stretch. So I would say probably around the next 2 weeks, we should be, moving forward with whatever it's going to be. But, it's unfortunate that I couldn't be out there, but I do miss you guys. And I'm sorry I missed the event, but next year there's definitely no risk. So I will be there.
Okay, but David, remember, if you wait and the baby's born on July 29th, you get a big donation to the scholarship fund.
July 29th, that'd be like a 15-month pregnancy.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, you're very good at that.
I don't think Annie would sign up for that at all.
Yeah.
But her pregnancy has been so easy. She just loves to keep it going.
Yeah, it's been all flowers and roses the entire
And
time.
also, if you name the baby, no matter what the sex is, Glenn Craig, I'll give you another $1,000.
And listen, and we know from famous actress Glenn Close, it could go either way. So
Now, I have 2 more points. Interesting to think about this, Glenn. It just kind of hit me this right now. We're talking about Annie's pregnancy.
Yeah.
We were together in Atlantic City.
Yep.
At Fish during the same pregnancy.
I know.
It's crazy how the time has sped, but also dragged. And then Suzanne asked a very important question. Why is Dave's subtitle like this? It requires an edit. Very simple, Suzanne. You can't hide the truth. That's pretty much it. All right. Who's that? Oh, Chris Daly.
That was Bruce.
That was Bruce. Okay, I thought it was Chris.
Somewhere around here.
All right, guys, let's wrap it up so you guys can get back and enjoy.
All right, guys, have a great time. We'll see you next Friday night.
PM show.
Yeah, back on 310. We'll be back. But meanwhile, we're going to give the gear over to the guys at the PM shift.
Where can people find the PM shift? What channel do they tune to?
They're on YouTube
and LinkedIn.
Yeah,
go to their YouTube channel. Smash the bell. Subscribe to the channel over there for the PM shift at Hospitality MD.
And check out our Patreon page. All right, everybody. See you.
Danny, make sure you be the responsible person there. Keep them in line, okay?
Not going to happen.
Bye, David.
Bye, everybody.